Hi friends, in the last lesson we discussed about lookup. Lookup series have VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, but still lookup have its own advantage and easiness and simplicity. But we must understand VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Before knowing how we can use VLOOKUP, we must know the syntax. Syntax have some technical words such as lookup array or table array, lookup vector and column index number, exact match, approximate match, etc. So we'll discuss these with examples to understand how to use lookup very well. So okay, let us begin. Before discussing about VLOOKUP, we have to know some terminology of its syntax and also how does it work. So suppose, let us have an example. Suppose a result is published in the notice board or in the web page. We look for the register number, and when we find the register number, we look to the right of that row. In this way, we just look for a value that is called lookup value in the first column, and when we encounter with this lookup value, it looks to the right and return a value. So the first column is called the lookup vector, and in VLOOKUP, it should be the first column. And suppose when we want to return the value, we have to provide the column index. Suppose we want the name for the register number, the column index is 2. And when we look for the result, we never look first the max grade and look back. Similarly, VLOOKUP cannot look back. It will look from left to right only, not in the opposite direction. And suppose we have only name, we don't remember the register number, and this is the table array. So when this is the table array, column index of name is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and so on. So remember that lookup will look for the first column, and in accordance with the first column, it returns a value what we provide as column index. Let us see how VLOOKUP works with an example. So here the score sheet is here, and we have to find out the details of these students with register numbers to provide grace mark. Suppose then we want the name first, then we type VLOOKUP. Then first one is lookup value. We discussed about lookup value. Lookup value is the register number provided here. Then we click here. Then put the comma. Then table array. So table array should include the lookup value. So this is the table array we have to select, because the first column should be the lookup value, and we told that what is lookup value and lookup vector. So lookup value is here, so we select the entire table. Then we have to either select it, or this is a range and we can name the range, or we have to lock this. Otherwise, while dragging, the relative address will change. So in order to lock it, we have to press F4. In laptop, sometimes you have to press function key. So this is now locked. The table array is locked. Then because it is fixed, it should not be changed. Then comma. Then column index number. So since this is the table array, column index number, first column, that is the lookup vector, where lookup value is there, first column. Then we are searching for the name. So column index is 2. And next is range lookup, that is whether it's true or false, whether we are looking for an approximate match. In lookup, we discussed in the previous video, it was an approximate match, because from the grade from 20 to 30, score from 20 to 30, 30 to 40, it was an approximate in between the value. And here this is the exact match, so we have to type 0 or false. False indicates 0, so we type very easy, it is 0, then close the bracket. Okay, then press enter. Then click and drag or double click the other names we obtained. So after selecting this, we can copy this to, normally we copy the formula to other cell. So while copying it, it shows no value error. So how we can rectify this? So what is happening here actually, let us check here. So suppose we click here, actually this is O3. Here shows the value as O3. O3 is the reference of this one. Actually we want N3, so it should be locked. And here also, here this is 2. 2 is fixed. 2 is for name of the student, and 3 for physics score. We are evaluating the physics score for using VLOOKUP, so this should be locked. So how we can do that? Let us check it. So here double click here, then here actually we want to lock column value, that is n is to be locked. So we discussed this is a mixed reference we are using here. It is well defined, well discussed in lesson number 3. Please go and watch lesson number 3 in the Excel learning series. So here we press F4. So when F4 is pressed, both column and row is locked. Since it is a toggle key, just act as a toggle key, then we press again F4. Then now n is not locked, that is column is not locked, row is locked. This is called a mixed reference. Suppose you press again, then column is locked. We need the column is to be locked and row should not be locked, because while dragging downward we want to change the column number. So here also, here it is 2, then this should be the value of here. So instead of using the fixed value, we click here in the cell and the value in the cell is 2. So here also we have to lock. So select it, then F4 lock the both one. So actually here we want to lock the row number, that is we have to lock 1, and E should not be locked, because only in student's name it is E, then while using physics score it is F, and grade it is G. So we should not lock the column address. So again you press F4, then now only row number is locked and column name is not locked. This is called mixed reference. Then press enter. Now here it is changed. Then drag. While dragging, all the formula is updated. Then copy to the other cells. So the values are updated from here. So here you can check it. 17,969, that is 23. 17,923, C plus 25, then okay. In this way, by doing this, we can minimize our effort. We have to use the VLOOKUP function only in one cell, and it is dragged to other cells very easily. But only thing we have to do is we have to learn what is the mixed reference and how it is achieved. So in this way we can easily have, suppose a very big data, it is very simple. Otherwise we have to use in all the first cell VLOOKUP and drag downward. Suppose we want to add grace mark to this one. Suppose here physics 30 marks to be updated, we have to update here. This is very easy, because here we use the formula. So suppose 17,963, so here it is 30, then we type it as 36. While pressing the enter, you can reflect the change here. So here also 36 and A plus. In this way, suppose here last one, 𝐂𝐸𝐷, that is 17,969 𝐂𝐸𝐷. Suppose we want to change his score, this 23 into 35. So click here 23, that is selected, and 36 we typed, and here it was C plus, that is this is the value. So while pressing the enter, you can see the value changed here. So here also in this way, while since the formula is copied, it is very easy. We have to make changes here. That change will reflect in the VLOOKUP data. So what's the problem is this, suppose you delete this. So suppose you feel it is awkward, there is a 1 2 3 4 numbers on the data. So suppose you delete it, it will make cell reference. What is cell reference? We discussed in lesson number 3. So what we do, we have to hide it. Select the column, right click, select, and hide it. So no problem. Otherwise, suppose you don't want to hide it, you have to delete it. So before deleting it, you have to select the entire data and copy and go and paste values. So this also we discussed in one of the lessons, how to avoid cell reference by pasting, that is paste values. This is a paste special. Then press enter or click here. Now the formula have gone. So now if you make changes here, that won't reflect here. So after making every changes, so better you can copy and paste special as paste values. In this way we can avoid cell references. Otherwise you have to keep this here without deleting this row. Just hide it and you can do like that. So we have to follow some rules while using VLOOKUP. That is, lookup value should be unique in the column. suppose there should not be more than one register number with same value. Similarly, suppose we are using this as a table array, and this is the lookup vector, and we are looking the value, lookup value is here, then there should not be same name more than once. Suppose the same name is there, then it will, while encountering the first name with the criteria, it will stop the lookup there and it will return the value in that column. So we can use more than lookup in more than one name, but there is a problem is when first see the search value, then it will stop there and it will return the value in the row. So we can't find, we can, next one is we can find values from left to right only, that I already told. From here to here, VLOOKUP should not look back. Then lookup value should be in the first column of the table array. That is, suppose you are selecting this table array, this should be register number should be the first value. Suppose you are using this as table array, student's name should be the lookup value. This to be followed for avoiding errors in lookup function. So let us wind up the class lesson for here for today, and we will meet again in the next class with VLOOKUP combined with the match function to find the column index number. So till then, goodbye.